Namashivaya children, welcome to English class. Today I am here with another chapter of grammar. So shall we start today's session children? Let's see what we are going to learn in this session. Yes, we are going to learn about punctuation. You are already familiar with some of the punctuation marks. Let's see what is punctuation. Punctuation is the system of symbols that we use to separate sentences and parts of sentences and to make their meaning clear. Each symbol is called a punctuation mark. It helps essential in writing, then show where sentences start and finish, make writing easy to understand. Punctuation marks are used in writing to separate sentences and their elements and to clarify meaning. Why we have to punctuate? Punctuation marks are symbols that indicate the structure and organization of written language as well as intonation and pauses to be observed when reading aloud. Here are the some of the punctuation marks: apostrophe, brackets, colon, comma, exclamation mark, full stop, hyphen, question mark, semicolon, then speech mark. These are the some of the punctuation marks. So these are all the punctuation marks you are already familiar with. Full stop. Where you are going to use full stop children? Yes, used at the end of a sentence, is it not? Then question mark, used at the end of interrogative sentence to form a question. This also you know. Then comma, used to denote a pause in a sentence. Then exclamation mark, used to denote shock, surprise, anger, or a raised voice. Then quotation mark, used to show that. Colon, used to indicate what? Semicolon, used to link two independent clauses. Then apostrophe, used to show position or of contraction of word. So today in this session we are going to learn about comma. When to use comma, then what is the use of comma and what are the rules you have to follow. Okay. Then what is comma? Comma is used to show a slight pause. It is used to group words that belong together and to separate those that do not. When is comma used? The comma is mainly used to separate items in a series or list, to separate phrases and clauses, then to separate question tags from the rest of the sentence, to separate certain words like however, moreover, in addition to, in short, in fact, of course, firstly, secondly, etc. To separate spoken part of the next from the unspoken part. When words or phrases are used in direct address, after the words like yes, no, oh, etc. So these are the places where we are going to use comma. Okay. Then rule. Use the comma to separate words or items in a list. For example, she has 2 dogs, 3 cats, 1 bird and 5 fish in her house. Where is comma used, children? So she has many pets at home. So after each pet we are going to use comma. She has 2 dogs, comma, 3 cats, comma, 1 bird, comma, and 5 fish in her house. Then use the comma to separate a city from its state. Then use a comma to separate a city from its state. Example, I am from East Lansing, Macon. Then next, use the comma to separate the day of the month from the year. Example, he was born on August 4th, 1990. Then next, use the comma to separate two adjectives. Adjectives, you know what is adjectives? It's describing words. When the word and can be inserted between them, and when the conjunction and can be inserted between them. So she was a young, beautiful dog. Then use the comma to separate two adjectives when the word and can be inserted between them. Example, he is a strong, healthy man. Here we can insert and, but we are not inserting there. Instead of that, we are using comma. He is a strong, healthy man. Then use commas before or surrounding the name or title of a person directly addressed. Example, will you, Aisha, do the assignment for me? Yes. After that, doctor, I will. Then, when starting a sentence with a weak clause, use a comma after it. Conversely, do not use a comma when the sentence starts with a strong clause followed by a weak clause. Example, if you are not sure about this, let me know now. Then, look at the second example. Let me know now if you are not sure about this. Here in the first example, we have used comma after this if you are not sure about this. It is starting with a weak clause, so we are using comma. Let me know now. Then in the second example, it is starting with the strong clause followed by a weak clause. So we are not using comma in the second example. Let me know now if you are not sure about this. Then use a comma to separate two strong clauses joined by a conjunction and, or, but, for, nor. You can omit the comma if the clauses are both short. Examples, I have painted the entire house, but he is still working on sanding the doors. I paint and he writes. Then use the comma to separate two sentences if it helps to avoid confusion. Example, I chose the colors red and green and blue was his first choice. Use commas to introduce direct quotations shorter than 3 lines. Example, he actually said, I do not care. Then use comma to separate a statement from a question. Example, I can go, can't I? So these are the places where you have to use comma. Then use the comma to separate contrasting parts of a sentence. Use the comma to separate contrasting parts of a sentence. Example, that is my money, not yours. Understood, children, where you have to use commas? Then use the comma when beginning sentence with introductory words such as well, now, or s. Examples, yes, I do need that report. Then, well, I never thought I would live to see the day. Okay, understood, children? Are you understanding? Yes, use commas surrounding words such as therefore and however when they are used in interrupters. Examples, I would therefore like a response. Then I would be happy, however, to volunteer for the Red Cross. These are all the rules and where you have to use comma. Understood, children? Go through the video once again and learn how and where to use comma. Okay, I'll be back with another video, children, in the next session. Until then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you, children. Namah Shivaya.